What's going on, YouTube? It's your main man, Mr. Council, back with another one. Saturday motivation. You know how we do. I chose Saturday because Saturday is a day that's uniquely your own. Most people work a 9 to 5, so by the time they get to Saturday, it's that time they feel it's necessary to take their foot off the gas. But most artists, creatives, business mind know that Saturday is the day to put your foot on the gas and handle your business. I'm going to jump right into it today. I don't want to waste too much time. Make sure you hit that like button as you're coming in. Please try to share some of these videos because I'm really trying to expand my channel and get this information out to a number of people. And I appreciate those of you who are always consistently watching. It means the world to me. Quick question. Are you truly built for success? Are you truly built for success? See, a lot of us think that we are. A lot of us want to be successful because we see the things that come along with success. But most often we're paying attention to the positive things. We don't see the negative aspects of major success. When I'm talking about success, I'm talking about fame, fortune, big time success. I'm not talking about just a regular job, getting a promotion, things like that. A lot of that takes a lot of responsibility, a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work as well. But it's a lot of people out there that really want to be famous and rich and successful. And I don't think they truly understand the responsibility of those things. I'm not doing this for fame. What I do, I actually really wouldn't want to be famous because I know fame comes with a price. Yeah, you see a lot of famous and rich people getting free things. They get a lot of benefits and amenities from being in their position. But I've also noticed that there's a lot of famous people that feel like prisoners because they cannot live a normal life. It's not as easy for them to just go to the mall or go out to a restaurant without being noticed, without paparazzi following them, without people trying to get autographs and take pictures with them. They can't just have any private time. Their private time is lost and it's gone. They might have a lot of money, but then once you have a lot of money, you have a bunch of family and friends that come out the woodworks with their hands out begging, trying to become a part of your success, trying to act like, oh, I saw you from the beginning. I was there for you from the beginning. What you gonna do for me now? See, people don't see those aspects of success. If you're a singer or a dancer or something physical like an athlete, people don't see the physical toll that it takes on your body. I remember years ago when Lauryn Hill was on tour, she had to be hospitalized for dehydration. She felt like a prisoner because she said she felt like she just had to sit in her room drinking tea. Couldn't talk that much because she had to save her voice preparing for the next show. Going out and performing 200 plus weekends out the year. Singing 3, 4, 5, 6 days out the week. A lot of people that are aging stars have those Vegas residencies where they're performing 5, 6 days a week, 2, 3 shows a day. People don't understand how taxing that is on those types of people. So you have to be careful when you ask for success, because you have to understand everything that comes along with it. See, most people just want the benefits, the money, the notoriety, the free things, the clothes, the cars, the money, the women or the men. That's all we focus on. But we don't focus on the duties and the responsibilities of being famous, rich, and successful. So what I'm doing might lead to those things, but I don't necessarily want those things. But I understand that what I'm doing comes with a cost. I've thought about this type of thing for years. I'm not the type of person that likes to be in the spotlight. I'm really not. I do enjoy performing. I love being on stage. There's no greater high for me than wowing an audience on stage with your performance. It's priceless. I've done it a number of different times and I haven't felt a greater high than that. And so I'm constantly wanting more of that. But what I'm trying to do is use my music to help change somebody's life. And that's why I don't just have a bunch of party records and a bunch of club records. You'll find I have very few club records. I have more meaningful music. It's more like car music, music that you're listening to when you're taking a long trip, when you want to ease your mind, when you want to relax, when you want to take yourself into a different space mentally. You know, when you want some spiritual food, you want a lesson. That's why I always like Nas, because Nas don't always have a bunch of club records. They criticize Nas for his beat selection, but they're not really listening to the knowledge that he's dropping through his records. And that's why they always claim other people are better than him, because they're not really taking him for what he is. You know, a lot of times music is geared towards young people. And young people just want to have fun. Not all young people, but a lot of young people just want to have fun. So I'm not really making music for young people. I'm making music for the grown and the mature, and there's a lane for that. And I think that lane has been ignored for far too long. Like, I'm mainly a singer, but I do rap as well. And a lot of times they say once you get 40 plus and you still trying to put on a rap career, you got a problem. Well, that's because of what 40 plus year old rappers are still talking about. If you still talking about money, women, and clothes, you need to grow up. You know, if you still talking about popping bottles in the club and having a good time, you need to grow up. But I would love to hear the 50-year-old Nas album when he's 50 years old, and to see the knowledge that he's amassed from the game, from living in life, what he's read, and all the knowledge that he's acquired. I would love to hear that album. Maybe everybody doesn't, but I do, because I like to hear. I like to take something away when I listen to music. But what you guys need to understand is, if you're one of those types of people that want to be successful or are jealous of people that are successful, you don't understand the responsibility that they have. I was talking to a friend the other day, and I was comparing the situation to Martin Luther King, where Martin Luther King amassed a bunch of fame. He might not have amassed a great fortune, but it was a lot of people around him that were jealous. But they didn't understand that he had to give his life for what he was doing. He wasn't doing what he was doing just to be famous, just to get a bunch of money. I'm not even going to get into the fact of whether he was getting money for the movement and all that. I don't even want to go there. But the responsibility that he carried, he changed so much. He made a great impact because he knew what he was sacrificing. He understood before he died that he was going to. It was inevitable. It was too many people trying to kill him. And when you got the government after you, at some point, it's just out of your control. So he sacrificed his life for change. And most people don't want to sacrifice their life for the people they even have around them, for even themselves. But he sacrificed for so many. And he understood that it was going to cost him his life in order to do so. He should be 80 or 90 years old, sitting back, relaxing, and appreciating looking back at all the work and great things that he accomplished. But that wasn't his mission. His mission cost him his life, but he understood that in the process. He could have backed off and cowered and ran and did something else. As intelligent as that man was in college at 15, leading a movement for our people at 16, 17, being involved with high-level government officials in his early 20s and mid-20s. That's power on a level, especially for a black man in this country, that's just unmatched. But he knew he had to sacrifice. So when you think about trying to be famous and think about trying to be successful, think about what comes along with it, because there is a price. And I don't want to sell my soul to get what I want. It's many people that are willing to do something like that, but I'd rather do it the hard way, because it'll be more meaningful to me and more meaningful to the people that are trying to receive what I have to offer. So if I can motivate you this day, understand what you're getting yourself into when you ask for success, fame, and money, because there's a heavy cost that comes along with it. It's not just more women, more men, more money, more things. It's a level of responsibility that most people aren't even capable of dealing with until they find out and it's too late. If you look into the eyes of so many famous people when they take pictures, some of them look dead in their eyes because they can't go anywhere without somebody asking them for something or wanting something from them. They have to isolate themselves from the world oftentimes just to find peace. They probably weren't thinking about those things on their way up. Some people have probably smacked them in the face once they realize that they've truly arrived. And that's why a lot of times you see so many artists fade to black and step in the background, because they don't want that anymore. They can't take that kind of lifestyle anymore. The thrill of the crowd cheering and roaring isn't enough to keep them going. Mansions and cars and jewelry isn't enough for them to have to deal with the type of stress that comes along with success. So truly think about what you're asking for when you want to be successful, and try to understand that what you're doing is worth it to you. Is it truly worth it for the type of music that you're doing, the type of acting that you're doing, the type of business that you're in, relationships that you're getting yourselves involved in? Understand, it's not easy, and it comes with great responsibility. Can you handle it? Make sure to like, share, subscribe, because I know somebody's being touched by these videos. I want you to get up today and do everything that you can to get closer to your dream. But understand that if your dream involves fame, fortune, it's a risk. It's a cost. Are you willing to pay that cost to get what you desire? That's my time, y'all. Peace to all my people in the struggle.